morning, Ezra. I'm with Ezra and we are heading to Masai Mara at Nairobi. I was staying here, Bliss Heaven, and next 3 days will be with our dear friends, the lions and giraffes and the wildebeest, leopards. It is going to be a great time. Thanks, Ezra, for taking me. Thank you.
Most welcome.
Repeat it again. Welcome to Kenya and
welcome to Masai Mara.
Thank you. All of them heading to office. Here office is open by 8 o'clock and end by 4 o'clock. So everybody is rushing to offices.
Everyone would be up early to be there in good time for the game drives.
Nice.
It's been a long week. It's a Friday. It's been a long week.
Yeah.
So people choose to take a break. So early this morning, so everyone will start traveling different tourist destinations in Kenya.
I see.
To relax for the weekend.
I see. Amazing architectural buildings. You see Oracle's office here.
Yeah.
What is this place called?
It's called Westlands.
Oh, this is Westlands.
Yeah, this is Westlands.
Oh, I see.
Just a few minutes drive to the city center.
The Westlands Westgate Mall is somewhere close by?
Yeah, somewhere close by. It's some 3 minutes
Oh, I see.
east of where we are right now.
Okay.
We'll be heading to the west.
Oh.
For work.
Yeah.
Being a weekday and being the last day of the week. So
Last day of the week. So this is the traffic time.
this is traffic time. Hopefully it's not going to take us long before we exit Nairobi.
How many kilometers we have got to travel in the city before we exit?
Roughly 10 kilometers.
Oh, I
We
see.
are completely out of the city.
Okay.
And then we drive further to the southwest,
Yeah.
heading to Masai Mara.
So Masai is about 250 kilometers from here?
Yeah, it's roughly 250 kilometers from here to the main entrance to Masai Mara, depending on which destination you are heading. Plus or minus 10 kilometers to different gates leading to Masai Mara. Our program is to go straight to Mitimingi. We go to the reception, get a briefing for the day, check in, and then the game drive officially starts at around 3:30, 4 o'clock.
Oh, I see.
That's the best time when the animals start being active.
Oh,
After a lunch,
I see.
a short nap,
I see.
before the day starts, the evening starts.
Oh, I see.
Then the following day is a proper full day safari.
Yeah. We are going to see the wildebeest, but the real beasts are here. They are all lined up. Looks like they are going to cross the Mara. The Mara here is Nairobi.
Yeah, that's very nice.
You can see the traffic. It just looks like the wildebeest all queuing up one behind the other to cross the Mara. This is the Mara of Nairobi, Ezra says.
A lot of wildebeest.
Well, a lot of wildebeest.
Yeah.
It's 7:25. We're on our way. Pronounce it pretty easily.
It's very easy.
A lot of people struggle.
Yeah, but for me, I've just got it at once.
Yeah, in one go you got it.
Yeah,
Srinivasan, and people call me Srini.
Srini would be nice.
Yeah. And few people call me Vasan.
Yeah.
The first half, some people call me with the first half of the name, some people call me with the second half of the name.
Yeah, which one do you prefer?
Srini is fine.
Srini is okay. For me
Yeah,
also.
at home and in childhood, I am known by Vasan,
Yes.
but otherwise in the professional world, I am usually called Srini.
Yeah, that's nice for everyone.
Yeah, very nice. Kenya,
Yeah, everywhere else in Kenya, yeah, it's peak season and the great migration happening. The wildebeest and zebras crossing from Mara Serengeti, and then the Masai Mara in Kenya. So most of the travelers would prefer to go have a look at the great migration, which is one of the wonders of the world. Actually, you'd say the eighth wonder of the world.
Indeed. Indeed.
Yes.
So this is the busiest time.
It's the busiest time.
July to October, is it?
July, August, September, October.
September, October.
Yes.
Okay. So our vehicle we need to drive, or it's preferable to drive around 40 kilometers per hour speed?
Yeah. On the main highway, we are okay with 60, 80.
Okay.
But inside the park, we have set rules. But otherwise, we don't need to travel like driving so fast anyway inside the park. So
Yeah. Even in the city also,
yeah, in the city.
because here there are different kinds of beasts. You will not allow us to go more than 30, 40.
Yeah, inside the city, but slightly outside the city, and the main highway, we'll be driving at an average speed 60, 80 kilometers per hour.
Okay.
Yes.
And what is the road that is that we are going to take to Masai Mara?
We are going to take, it's popularly known as Nairobi Kaplong route. It's a super highway.
Okay.
So, yeah, we drive for almost 200 kilometers and then we head to the southwest,
Okay.
heading to Masai Mara.
Okay. So that's the president's estate. The person who is at the helm of affairs. How long have you been in this profession of advising, guiding people in the game?
Basically, 20 years plus.
I see.
20 years plus, that from the general level, first level, and going through the guiding and everything, how the tourism, the hotel, the reservation, the sales, and guiding all together. Yeah. 20 years.
20 years.
Yes.
You worked in a hotel also?
I worked in a hotel,
I see.
especially in Masai Mara,
Oh, I see.
and a few other parks in Kenya,
Oh.
like Meru National Park, Mount Kenya National Park, and Samburu Game Reserve.
I see.
Yeah, but Masai Mara being the epicenter of the great wildlife migration, I really quite like being in Masai Mara.
Wow.
Masai Mara more than anywhere else. What I see. It's a great place.
Very nice.
It's a prime area for
Yeah.
wildlife.
Indeed. The whole world descends. And no other place in the world one can see the wildlife as close as in Masai Mara.
That's very true. It's where you get all the big five, where you get all the big cats, very active cats, kills, and very interesting scenery of the extension Masai Mara going towards Serengeti.
And which one, you see the same action in Serengeti as Masai Mara, or Serengeti
You see more or less the same.
More or less same.
The Serengeti and the Mara is not fenced, so the animals are free moving.
Yeah.
The activity, they can even extend the activity from Serengeti to Masai Mara directly. You can have an action going on in Serengeti towards the Mara continuously, and vice versa. You can also have Masai Mara to Serengeti activity going on uncontrolled. Yeah, because the two places is not fenced, no electric fence, no permanent fence, no nothing.
So
The animals are free moving.
Yeah.
You don't ask for any visa.
permission, visa.
You don't have a visa to go to Serengeti, to come to Masai Mara.
Yeah.
They are all free moving.
Yeah.
Yes.
And in Masai Mara, the action is for 4 months. Rest of the 8 months, they are usually in Serengeti.
The rest of the 4 months, they would be in Serengeti, depending on the pasture. If the pasture is still very green in Masai Mara, they'll still take some time to go back to Serengeti, because by then the grass will have been green back in Serengeti. So they would prefer, especially the larger herd that came to Masai Mara in the beginning. But otherwise, there is still a lot of action going on in Masai Mara because of the big herds and the resident migration and plenty of antelopes, gazelles.
So what migrates is only wildebeest.
What migrates is wildebeest and zebras,
Zebras.
and probably a few gazelles.
Gazelles.
Probably.
So rest of those big 5 are usually...
They are resident and they are permanent. They have their own prides in Kenya. They would slightly move into Tanzania, but the prides, like for the lions that are in Kenya, they are permanent and live in Kenya. So it's nothing to worry about. There's a lot of activity going on. And,
So you come any point of time to Kenya, you can at least see the big 5.
you see the big 5. That's
You may not be able to see the wildebeest, but big 5 you can.
Yeah. But definitely, you will have a resident wildebeest, big herds crossing the Mara River.
Oh, there are many resident wildebeest also?
Many residents.
Okay.
And then
So the action is there throughout the year?
throughout the year. Yeah, throughout the year, because you will have nearly 1.5 million wildebeest staying in Kenya, crossing the Mara River, going to the other side of the reserve.
I see.
So the whole time.
During this season, how many wildebeest enter Kenya from Tanzania?
Yeah, 4 million.
Oh, I see.
4 to 5 million
Okay.
cross, and then some would go back, some would stay. Like during calving, they will calve. The mothers who are not able to go back to Tanzania, they become residents of Masai Mara.
Oh, okay. So this calving usually happens from November, December to January, February.
Yeah, during this time, after the migration, they'll calving, and then those one would now stay in Masai Mara. And when they cross back to Serengeti, calving also happens, and then they become residents of Serengeti. They have right of way. It's 9 years.
9 years old.
Yeah, from Toyota Kenya.
And how much does it cost to put a vehicle like this?
It costs Kenya shillings. To build it up, Kenya shillings, 4 million.
4 million.
4 million. It's close to $30,000.
$30,000. These kinds of baskets you come across in the entire Africa. They are for the pets at home. We are still in the Nairobi city limits. Traffic is still on. This is office time, the morning busy hours. Though during the day it is warm.
It's warm.
Early morning, in the evenings it's cold. It can get cold.
It can get cold.
Does it rain too much at this time of the
Short rains.
short rains?
Short rains.
So
Long-
November, December will be raining or sunny?
Short
Or?
rains again.
I see.
Normally long rains would be between May and July.
May and July. Okay. So that after the long rains, they will have a lot of things to eat.
Yeah, they'll have plenty of green pasture. That's why we have the July, August, September for the migration, being the best time of the season for wildebeests to come and find the green pasture. Thereafter, towards December, it can get dry. That's when they start going back to Serengeti.
But in Serengeti, they will find greener pastures than Kenya during December, January, February.
Yes, because by that time they would have they'd be heading back to Serengeti after having exhausted all the green pasture in Masai Mara. So they'll have plenty of green pasture because they would have left all the wildebeest coming this side of the Masai Mara.
Okay.
So they have plenty of green pasture for them to go back to Tanzania and start having.
So the weather in Tanzania and Kenya are little different in terms of when it rains and when it's summer, etc.
Yeah, sure. When we are going towards Tanzania, it's the lowest, it's lower level than Kenya because that's why you have many rivers coming up, like Lake Tanganyika, Lake Malawi. So they are the rivers that are formed because it's going to the lowest level of the.
So Tanzania is lower.
It's lower. In Kenya we have
Mountains.
And going towards Tanzania, we are going to a lower level. That's why you have the savannah, grassland extending from Masai Mara to Serengeti. Just up in the escarpment where we are heading to, we'll make a quick stopover. Then you have a view of Serengeti and Mara from the top of the escarpment.
Okay.
Yeah, we are only like 30 minutes away.
I see.
And then we'll make a stopover at the escarpment. Then you'll notice the difference between the topography of Kenya and Tanzania.
Oh.
Yeah, you'll see it in the horizon.
I see.
Yes. Tanzania are convectional rain, but in Kenya it's mostly relief rainfall.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, because of the mountains. Yes.
Masai people come all the way to Nairobi for shopping?
It's about $100. It's $100, depending on which destination.
I see.
Yeah. Ambre is
$100. It takes $100 for them to come.
yeah, it takes $100.
So $200 to come and go.
And go back.
That's a very big sum for many.
Yes. It's also far. See,
Yeah.
the Masai people they live right close to the Masai Mara, so it's not a very short distance. Probably have their private cars, and most would prefer to fuel their own cars.
I see.
and travel with family,
I see.
and then they would have saved some cost on travel.
Are there tribes still well entrenched inside Masai and who do not travel to the urban areas?
Yeah, most people live in the up country, so it's not only the Masai. We have the other 41 tribes, different directions out of the city and into the city, depending on the distance between the city and where they live. Most of the staff, they get it from the city center.
I see.
Yes, because up country, mostly they do farming. So most of their farm inputs and machinery, they'll get it in big towns, and one of them is Nairobi,
I see.
which is the capital city. where you get
Is Nairobi the closest city for Mara?
Not really. We have another one at the South Rift Valley.
Rift Valley.
Yeah, the Rift Valley. But I would say Nairobi is where you get a variety of things that you might require for the farm and everything. Textile and everything, food and everything. Different varieties, because in Nairobi, all the stuff will come from different directions. So you will be sure to get every item across the country. Yeah.
So these are called matatus
These are called matatus.
and they're colorful.
Yeah,
They-
they fly different routes
Yeah, they.
in and out of Nairobi,
Yeah.
taking people to work, and later in the evening, taking them back to their homes. That's why you would always find a traffic jam early in the morning and late in the evening.
Late evening. So that is also a matatu carrying.
That's now a matatu. It's a bigger one. This would probably be heading to the up country,
Yeah.
not within Nairobi.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're taking people
That's how
up
people
country.
have bought a lot of stuff and they have packed.
And now being the last day of the week,
Yeah.
most of the travelers in the big buses, they are
Yeah.
going home for a break, for a weekend, until Sunday or early morning on Monday.
Monday early morning they come back.
They come back to report to work.
We're almost out of Nairobi.
Yeah, we are almost out of Nairobi.
We're now picked up pace. We are now heading at 60. My guide, mentor, Ezra here.
So more tourists heading in the same direction.
Yeah, all of them are going there. You can see all the vehicles are heading there to Masai. In our vehicle, we are the only two. Usually, do you go like this? Only one person in the car?
It depends. Depends, but most of the travelers like come together and join one
group.
another in the group. Maybe a family or a family of two.
I see.
That's why we have maximum capacity of
8.
6 up to 8 passengers.
I see.
6 up to 8 passengers. 6 for everyone to have a window in the car for the best.
Go and meet Masais in Masai village.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so that they tell us their lifestyle, how they live in recent days, and also in the past.
Okay.
Yes. That's very
And
interesting.
which day we will meet them? Today, tomorrow, day after?
Tomorrow is probably the day. We'll take the whole day on a game drive, and maybe very late in the evening when you are coming back from the game drive, we may have a chance to pass by their local villages, visit them, and they tell us more about their lifestyle and how they live. But today also would be nice if we get one of them to lead us the way, to give us the perfect spots, because Masai Mara is where they live, is their home, and they know everything currently happening. Very rich culture and very experienced. They are friends of the lions.
Any time period, how many vehicles do they allow into Masai Mara?
They allow as many vehicles as possible, but on sightings, you have a maximum of 20 vehicles in one sighting.
Okay.
Like for example, if you have a pride of lion going to have the sighting, you have a maximum of 20 vehicles per sighting. And then after 10 minutes, you give room for another 20 vehicles to go to the same sighting. But otherwise, unlimited number of vehicles are allowed into the Masai Mara. Masai Mara is very big. It's 1,500 square kilometers, so you can allow as many vehicles as possible.
Okay. Your tribe is called?
Our tribe is called Kalenjin.
Kalenjin.
Yes.
I see.
Yeah, we are all Nilots.
I see.
The only difference, we are Highland Nilots,
I see.
and the Maasais are plain Nilots.
I see.
They are purely nomads. They rear cattle. That's why they live in the grasslands, in the plains.
I see.
For us, we are Highland Nilots. That's why we live in the highlands.
Okay.
We are mixed farmers.
Okay.
We have cattle as well as we grow crops.
I see.
Tea, coffee, and maize.
I see.
Yes.
And how many tribes are there in Kenya?
We have 42 tribes.
42 tribes.
42 tribes in Kenya. And in the 42 tribes, we also have sub-tribes in the 42. So, for example, if you are a Maasai, you can have another sub-tribes within the Maasai, and then you narrow down to the sub-clans in the big umbrella. Of Kenya.
We are exiting the main highway and going towards the
Masai Mara.
Masai Mara.
Yes.
And where does that highway head to?
It heads to the western side of Kenya.
I see. What is the program usually?
For the day
Yeah.
in Masai Mara,
Yeah.
on arrival, first check-in at the reception counter, and then check into your rooms. That's probably before lunch. And then you come have your lunch. That's the lunch begins at noon.
2.
At noon.
At noon.
12 o'clock.
Okay.
Until 2 o'clock.
Okay.
And you take a nap for a few minutes or an hour and a half. And then you get ready for the afternoon game time, beginning at 4.
4 o'clock. So today we'll leave at 4.
We leave at 4.
4 o'clock too?
Until sunset.
What time will usually it be?
Normally it's between 6:30 and 7 o'clock in the evening.
Okay.
Then you go freshen up. A few minutes and then you come to the main area. By the bonfire, have some bites, some drinks if you want. In time for dinner. Dinner starts at 8 p.m.
What time does it have?
8 o'clock.
Okay.
8 p.m. And then after dinner, you go straight to the room for the night. And then early morning starts at 6 in the morning.
I see.
Yeah,
We cannot go into a game before 6.
No. We don't allow any game drive before 6.
Okay.
And after 6 in the evening. So basically it's 6 to 6.
Okay.
And early morning we can choose to have breakfast early in the camp and take picnic lunch with us.
Okay.
So that we spend a lot of time out in the wild.
Okay.
Instead of coming back to have lunch in the camp at noon. So we spend the whole day out at lunch so that we have enough time in the wild, in the savannah, to see the animals. And then we retire back to the camp just before sunset.
Okay.
Shortly before 7 p.m.
So once we leave at 6, we'll come back only at 6 in the evening.
We'll come back at 6 in the evening.
Very nice.
Yes. So we choose to have early breakfast so that we have plenty of time out in the wild to see all the animals.
So an early breakfast in the sense that what time is the breakfast?
It can start any time from 6.
Oh, I see. So even before we go, we have breakfast and we...
Yeah, we have breakfst before we go.
I see.
And then we take lunch with us. So this is the beginning of Rift Valley now.
Oh, this is the Rift Valley.
We can make a very short stop, have a look, and then we'll make up a stop, the second last shop normally.
Coming from the hillside, and suddenly you see this vast valley, and this is the beginning of the Rift Valley, and you can see the plain savanna. You can see, can you see how far? Amazing. Indeed, it's a marvel of the nature. Yes.
Come and see some animals here now.
What is that you would like to show us?
At the top of that rock can you see?
Yeah,
Yeah, they are known as rock island. Rock island.
I see.
Yeah, they are the same now looking out there. But this is the valley.
Yeah,
Yeah, your first time.
very nice.
Your first time.
First time.
Okay.
Very nice.
Yeah, you take what you take photo. No problem.
Yeah.
No problem.
Very nice.
Yeah. Very good.
Distracting you.
Yeah.
And what are these?
One, those are sheepskin. Sheepskin, cow sheepskin.
Oh, sheepskin.
Yeah, cow.
Oh, I see.
Cow.
So you can see the sheepskin here,
Yeah.
and that's the cow.
And the cow, yes.
And what are these?
No problem, yeah.
No, what are these skins?
These are the merino sheep.
Oh,
Merino
that's
sheep,
sheep.
yeah. Goat,
These are the cow.
The cow skin,
Yeah.
and these are goat skin.
It's goat skin. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's just the beginning of our safari into the wild. We
Point
are
of the Rift
right
Valley.
outside the city now, outside Nairobi, the beginning of the Western Rift Valley.
Very good.
Just started from here.
Yeah.
2,140
40
meters
yeah.
above sea level.
Yeah, yeah.
And it extends from here all the way up to Malawi. We have many river formations like Lake Tanganyika and Lake Malawi down in the horizons.
Oh, I
where we are
see.
heading to in Masai Mara.
I see.
Yeah, so this is the beginning of the wild.
Hmm.
This is now the beginning of our journey into Masai Mara. Yeah, the local people are selling their wares for all the visitors.
Mm.
I'm sure you've seen everything that they have to offer. Okay, thank you.
And we will be heading in that direction inside.
Heading in that direction, going straight like this. That's Mount Longonot over there. With a crater lake, one of the mountains with a crater lake. Another one with the it's called Menengai. With
I
a
see.
crater lake also. Going straight is Lake Naivasha and Lake Nakuru, which is also another tourist destinations. But now we are heading to the southwest into Masai Mara. towards Serengeti.
We'll head this way.
Yeah, we'll head this way.
That's me.
I
That's
see.
towards
And how many kilometers will it be?
Yeah, it's roughly 200 kilometers.
200
Yeah,
kilometers.
and then we start.
So we have covered about 50 kilometers
We have
now.
covered about 50 kilometers from Nairobi.
Oh.
Yes.
So we
There's
will.
a dry port over there.
Okay.
Dry port from, all the way from Mombasa.
I see.
Yeah, we'll pass by. There is a cruise.
Ah.
That's the satellite for the local broadcasting station. It's called Kenya Broadcasting Corporation.
I see.
Over there. So
I
that
see.
is the highway leading to Masai Mara.
I see.
And then we'll have the dry port to our left on our way to Masai Mara.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we have the last big town is called Narok Town,
I see.
where we get all the major shoppings from the Masai Mara people and the local people living around the area.
I see.
Yeah, it's called Narok Town.
Okay.
The larger area is called the Narok County.
No. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. What's your good name?
My name is Patrick Joroge. Yeah. Yes. You want to promote my work? Yeah.
Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting.
Yeah.
Thank you. So there are many.
Yeah, many. If you like another stop for a quick one, a quick view, maybe you can make this last stop.
What is that?
It's called Milano. It's one of the best stops.
What we
Where you can get a very good
View.
Very
I
good
see.
view. Very good.
So this is Milano restaurant. Suddenly see the savanna grasslands. And this is a halting place, and you can see so many of these vehicles. अरे यार, this fellow is too much.
see?
So the Mozambique is the red.
Yeah,
red,
Mozambique is way to the
red
south.
one. Then you're Tanzania.
Yeah, and
This is
Tanzania is here.
Tanzania.
Serengeti is somewhere here.
Serengeti is
Yeah,
somewhere
it's-
here.
Yeah, yeah. This is
Somewhere.
Kenya. This is a map of Kenya.
Yeah, this is Kenya.
And then Tanzania. This is Tanzania.
Yeah,
So Serengeti is here. It's an extension
Yeah.
from Kenya.
yeah.
It's 3 times Masai Mara.
Hmm.
Yeah, 3 times Masai Mara. So Masai Mara, we are here. Serengeti is bigger.
Ah.
Yeah. So we are in the.
This is
this
this is Uganda.
This is Uganda.
Uganda.
This
and,
is Lake Victoria.
and this is
This is Burundi.
Burundi,
This is Rwanda.
Rwanda.
Yes.
I've been here, here, and here.
Yeah, and then this is the DRC.
Yeah.
And Congo going towards West
Yeah,
Africa.
yeah, yeah.
This is towards Then the Red Sea.
So from the Rift Valley starts
Yeah.
from Mozambique
Yeah. Mozambique
and it
is
goes
way
up to the Red
the
Sea.
Red Sea. Red Sea is right here.
Ah, I see. So it passes through
It passes through
Kenya and Nairobi. Nairobi is in the Rift Valley.
and Egypt,
Hmm.
then towards the Red Sea.
Yeah. Ethiopia. Egypt is up there. Egypt is there.
Yeah, that is to the west.
Yeah,
To
yeah.
the west. That is the Western Rift Valley.
Hmm.
Egypt is here, and then this is
I see.
Eritrea.
Eritrea.
Eritrea,
Yeah.
and then the Red Sea.
Thank you. We are heading to Masai Mara from Nairobi. We have descended from the Nairobi hills into the valley. This is called Rift Valley, the beginning of or middle of the Rift Valley. The Rift Valley that starts from Mozambique, goes to Red Sea, and Kenya falls on the way. So we are heading into savanna grasslands. Masai Mara is in the midst of those grasslands.
Savannah. It's for you to get that experience. It's also an advantage to the local people because it's easily accessible and it's cheaper for them. So I find every reason for all the locals to go at least pay a visit to Masai Mara. Maybe
There are many whom I spoke to,
yes.
many Kenyans who are there into 30s and 40s. They said they've never been to Masai Mara.
Exactly. That's why I'm saying they don't see the importance of going to the Masai Mara. They don't want to feel the taste of their rich prime wildlife area and the culture. You see, we have different cultures, but sometimes for you to go and experience the Masai culture also is something different. And the prime wildlife area in Masai Mara is also something different. It's nice for taking a break after a long week, office hours. It's a perfect time to even visit maybe 1 or twice or even 3 times a year. It's worth doing.
Yeah.
It's worth doing paying a visit to the Masai Mara.
Or is it that there is a giraffe center or something in Nairobi, right?
Yeah, there is a giraffe center, but a giraffe in Nairobi is different from giraffe in the wild.
I see.
Yeah, you find it interesting, more interesting, and bigger herds of giraffe in Masai Mara than in Nairobi. Yeah, in Nairobi they're enclosed. You don't even have different types of giraffes. You may find it. There are just very few. They are confined in just very little small area. It's not like in the wild. Everything is interesting being in the wild. Yeah. Animal orphanage is still fine. Nairobi National Park is still fine. Masai Mara is really rated the best because it's right in the savannah, it's in the wild, and you get to experience all the activities like between the giraffes, the gazelles, and the cats.
A lot of activities, eh?
A lot of activities. You'll find it more interesting when you get a hunt.
I see.
A cat's hunt on a gazelle or a buffalo or a zebra or a wildebeest is more interesting. Yeah, because for example in a giraffe center you will not have a hunt. You'll just have yeah, a little spare time with the giraffe for a few hours. And you're restricted.
This is all
You're
going
not
back to Nairobi.
They're going back to Nairobi after.
They finished the third day. They're going on the third day.
Yeah. They are probably going to another different destination, like Naivasha, like Nakuru, or maybe the coast. Yeah, maybe some are catching the flights back home after having spent their time in Masai Mara.
Is there a flight from Nairobi to Masai Mara?
Yes, twice daily.
I see.
The first one in the morning, the early flight will leave at 8. And late afternoon, we'll leave Nairobi at 3 o'clock.
I see.
So twice.
And how much time does it take? 1 hour? Half an
It's
hour?
45 minutes
45
to 1 hour, depending on which stop you are going.
I see.
Yeah, we have different airstrips.
I see.
About 7 airstrips, major airstrips in Masai Mara.
Oh,
So depending on which airstrips you are going, the maximum time you can take from Nairobi to Masai Mara on flight is 50 minutes.
I see.
But most people would prefer to travel on road so that you get the experience also of the road. For example, you've had a chance to see the escarpment where the Rift Valley starts.
Yeah.
It's also a different experience altogether.
In fact, we as a family, we have 2 children.
Yes.
We as a family usually travel by road,
Yes.
so we can live with locals, work on their farms.
You get to interact with
Yeah.
many people. You get to see the beautiful scenery
Yeah.
more than you would have seen up in the air.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see like all the tour guides of Kenya. They have one common
Group
WhatsApp group
for all the cars.
for all the cars.
I see. How many
So-
cars will be there?
Yeah, there are so many.
Every day 1,000 cars.
Yeah, maybe 1,000 plus cars. And
So
you
all
see,
1,000 cars are on one WhatsApp group.
on one WhatsApp group, depending on when you started joining.
Yeah.
So when you join in, you have the latest information for all the parks in Kenya. You share in the WhatsApp group. The only reason and the good thing about the WhatsApp group is a silent mode of communication.
Correct.
You see, the radio sometimes for the guest it makes a lot of noise. You don't concentrate on the game drive. But once you're on a WhatsApp group, you send a quick message, everyone can see, and then you are sending a message. So everybody will be on the same page. Okay, the radio frequency is also fine. Yeah, but you'll have most people would feel uneasy. Maybe you are in the middle of the game drive, you are taking pictures, you are making a documentary or something like that, and you hear all the noises coming out of the radio. Some guests might not like it, but some just understand it's a way of communication. It's the oldest mode of communication we used in Kenya, and it's been there, and I think it will be there for many years.
Yeah.
Yes.
Leopard drags all the way up the tree, whereas lion.
Yeah, the lion does all the business on the ground. They
On
make
the
a kill on the ground, they eat on the ground, they finish up the carcass on the ground.
So the cheetah doesn't drag the kill up.
They don't drag because they don't have all the
Energy.
The energy. They are very slender. And they are close. They don't retract, so they don't have the strength to climb up the tree, and also they are weight because
So-
most of the kill they make are maybe twice the size of their body and their weight. It will be difficult for them to take it up to the tree. They'll struggle to eat down on the ground, even if they compete with hyenas or maybe lions or maybe wild dogs. Yeah, but if their kill is snatched away, then they have no choice. They just try and make another kill.
I see.
Yeah, and maybe hide it somewhere. They're very shy. They don't like fighting back. If a lion comes, they'll just leave the
Cheetah.
kill. Yes, the cheetah. If the lion
But
comes,
does
if the wild
a
dog comes,
leopard fight with the lion?
they fight for food, for the kill. But the only thing that the leopard will do to avoid the lion is to climb up the
Climb
tree.
up the tree.
Yeah, because the lion will not climb all the way up. Yeah. And the lion, when they have a kill, the leopard will never come and snatch away from them. Yeah, because obviously they'll be
lion will catch from leopard, but leopard will not catch from lion.
They won't, because they are overpowered.
They're too big.
Yeah, they are too big, and mostly the lions will come up as a prey. So there are many, and the leopards are mostly solitary. They are all by themselves. Yeah. So if you are one and there are 6 or a group of 10, definitely you will not snatch anything. Yeah. Even if it's one lion is twice the size of the leopard, so you won't be able to snatch the kill away from the lion if you are a leopard. But the lion will make everything possible to snatch the kill out of the lion. Sometimes, many times, it's unsuccessful. Yeah, but sometimes, if it's low hanging, they might snatch it away.
Descending into the savannas. It may take us a couple of more hours to reach the abodes of the big five. The road is descending. You can see. And then ascending. Highway side markets selling tomatoes, potatoes, cabbage, cauliflower. You can see massive cauliflower. About to reach Masai Mara. Almost 7-hour ride with a short break to shop in between for mosquito repellent and some of the things I wanted. So we are at the Sekenani gate of Masai Mara National Reserve, and I have many brilliantly attired, dressed ladies here.